Let me ask you something honestly. Have you ever said no? And even if the words came out steady, your body felt like it was on fire. Heart racing, chest tight, hands cold, voice slightly shaky, mind spiraling. And afterwards you thought, why did that feel so intense? It wasn't even a bad deal. Why does my body react like I'm in danger? That reaction is not weakness, it's memory. And today we're going to retrain it. Because here's the truth most people don't realize. Boundaries are not difficult because of other people. They are difficult because your nervous system still associates no with threat. And in March 2026, inside a universal year one, in an energy body 3 month, that pattern is being surfaced deliberately. Year one is identity formation. Energy body 3 is decision integrity. Which means this month is asking, can you stay regulated inside your own authority? Not just intellectually, but psychologically. Most people think confidence is about tone. It isn't. Confidence is about nervous system stability. If your body panics every time you assert yourself, you will unconsciously avoid asserting yourself. That's not mindset, that's wiring. And wiring can be retrained. If you're new here, hi, I'm Cherry. I'm a spiritual life coach, numerologist, and energy body teacher. And this channel is not about bypassing discomfort. It's about building internal steadiness. It's about learning how to stay in your body when old patterns try to pull you out of it. And if you've ever thought, I know I'm allowed to say no, I just don't know how to stop my body from freaking out, then this video is exactly where you need to be. So take a slow breath before we continue. Because today is not information heavy, it's sensation focused. We're going to slow everything down. We're going to train your system gently. And we're going to teach your body that discomfort does not equal danger. So let's talk about why your body reacts so strongly when you say no. Because the reaction itself is not irrational, it's learned. Your nervous system is constantly asking one question: am I safe in this moment? And for many people, growing up, safety depended on keeping the peace. Maybe you learned that saying no created tension, disagreeing created conflict, disappointing someone created withdrawal, asserting yourself created punishment or shame. So your nervous system adapted. It created a rule. Harmony keeps me safe. Which means when you break harmony, even in a healthy way, your body still reads it as a threat. Not logically, biologically. This is why you can understand boundaries intellectually, but still panic physically. Your mind says, this is healthy. Your nervous system says, this is dangerous. And when those two signals conflict, the body wins. Every time. So what actually happens in your system when you say no? Your brain scans the environment. It looks for signals of danger, a change of tone, a disappointed expression, silence, a sigh, a raised eyebrow. These are tiny signals, but to a conditioned nervous system, they register as risk. Your body releases adrenaline. Your heart rate increases. Your breathing shortens. Your muscles tighten. This is the beginning of the fight, flight, or fawn response. For people pleasers, the most common response is fawn. Fawning means appeasing, softening, fixing, or retracting your boundaries to restore harmony. Not because you want to, because your body believes connection is at stake. Now here's where Energy Body 3 becomes important. Energy Body 3 governs the positive mind. The positive mind is the part of you that holds direction. It says, this is the choice I'm making. But if the nervous system goes into survival mode, the positive mind gets overridden. You shift from decision integrity into emotional appeasement. That's why your boundaries collapse under pressure. Not because they were wrong, because your system prioritized safety. Universal Year 1 intensifies that process. Year 1 pushes identity forward. It asks, who are you when someone is uncomfortable with you? That question activates every old survival pattern, but it also creates opportunity. Because when those reactions surface, they can be retrained, not by forcing yourself to be stronger, but by teaching your nervous system something new. Discomfort is survivable. Most people try to change behavior first, but behavior follows regulation. If your body believes it's in danger, the mind will look for escape routes. That's why the work today is somatic. We train the body first, then behavior stabilizes naturally. So let me say something important here. If your body reacts strongly when you say no, it doesn't mean you're weak. It means you were adaptive. You learned how to maintain connection in environments where connection mattered. That skill kept you safe once, but it may no longer serve the identity you're building now. And that's the shift year one is asking for. Understanding reduced shame. Now let's talk about the exact moment most people lose their boundaries. Not when they say it, but the moment after they say it. You might say, no, that doesn't work for me. And then you feel it. Your chest tightens. Your stomach drops. Your heart starts beating faster. Your brain instantly starts searching for a way out. Maybe I should explain more. Maybe I sounded rude. Maybe I should soften it. This is the moment where most boundaries collapse. Not because the boundaries were wrong, because the body flooded. So the work today is simple. You are not trying to remove the sensation. You are learning how to stay present inside it. So let's slow this right down. Imagine you just set a boundary. Maybe you said, I can't help with that, or I'm not available tonight. Now imagine the other person reacting, even a small reaction, pause, a sigh, a confused look. Notice what your body does. Does your chest tighten? Does your breathing change? Does your stomach drop? If so, good. That awareness is the first step, because you can't regulate what you're not noticing. So now we introduce the first somatic anchor, your breath. When the nervous system perceives threat, breathing becomes shallow and fast. To counter that, you lengthen the exhale. Not dramatically, just slightly longer than the inhale. So let's do it together. Inhale slowly through the nose and exhale longer than you inhaled through the mouth. Again, inhale, long, slow exhale. This signals the nervous system that you are not in immediate danger. And that signal matters more than any words you can say. Next, we anchor the body. Feel your feet. Literally notice the weight of your feet pressing into the floor. Your nervous system needs physical orientation. When you feel your feet, you remind your brain, I am here, I am safe. Most people try to manage pushback entirely in their heads, but regulation happens through the body. Feet, breath, posture. These are stabilizers. So now let's talk about posture. When people feel threatened, their body collapses. Shoulders forward, chest tightens, head slightly down. This posture signals vulnerability. Instead, gently lengthen the spine. Not rigid, just upright. An upright spine signals confidence to the nervous system. And that changes the energy of the entire interaction. Now, imagine the pushback again. Someone questions your boundary. Your body feels that familiar surge. Instead of reacting, you do 3 things. First, slow your exhale. Second, feel your feet. And third, lengthen your spine. That's it. You don't need to add more words. You don't need to defend yourself. Your job is simply to be safe inside your body. Here's the deeper truth. Most people lose boundaries because they leave their body. They move into their head, overthinking, explaining, fixing. But if you stay physically present, the wave passes because nervous system activation naturally peaks and then drops. It only escalates when you feed it with mental stories. Energy Body 3 strengthens in these moments. When you stay steady under pressure, your system learns something new. My no does not destroy connection. That learning rewires identity. And identity is exactly what year 1 is building. So let's practice this once more. Imagine someone pushing back. You feel the sensation. Instead of reacting, you breathe. You feel your feet. You lift your spine and you remain silent for a moment. That pause is powerful because it breaks the old pattern. And inside that pause, authority stabilizes. By now, you've probably noticed something important. The problem was never the word no. The problem was the body's response to what came after. And here's the powerful thing about the nervous system. It learns through repetition, not understanding. You can understand boundaries perfectly and still panic when you use them. But if you repeat a regulated response enough times, your body begins to update its expectations. It begins to realize this is uncomfortable, but it's not dangerous. That shift is how your body starts trusting your nose. Energy Body 3 strengthens through this exact process. It's called the positive mind. Because it holds direction despite emotional fluctuation. It's the part of you that says, this is the choice I'm standing in. But that strength doesn't appear instantly. It grows through consistent reinforcement. Every time you hold a boundary and remain present in your body, You deposit trust into your nervous system. Think of it like strengthening a muscle. The first few times you hold your no, it may feel shaky. Your voice might tremble. Your thoughts might race. Your body might want to retreat. That's normal. You're not failing. You're training. So let's talk about the repetition cycle. The nervous system updates safely through 3 stages. The first is activation. The second is staying present. And the third is returning to calm. Activation is the moment your body reacts. Staying present is when you breathe, ground, and remain with the sensation. Returning to calm is when your body eventually settles. Most people interrupt this cycle. They escape during the activation. They soften the boundary. They over-explain. They change their answer. And because the cycle never completes, the nervous system never learns. But when you stay long enough for the body to settle naturally, your system registers something powerful. I survived that. That's how fear reduces. Not through avoidance, through completion. Universal Year 1 magnifies this process because Year 1 is the beginning of the new identity cycle. Your body is learning who you are becoming. If every boundary ends in retreat, your nervous system learns, I am someone who backs down. But if you stay steady, even imperfectly, your nervous system learns, I am someone who holds. That identity shift is subtle, but it changes everything. So let's make this very practical. Your practice this week is not perfection, it's exposure. Look for small opportunities to hold your no. Maybe it's, I can't take that call right now. I won't be able to help you with that today. Or, I need rest tonight. These moments may seem small, but they are powerful training grounds. Each one strengthens the internal architecture of your self-trust. And sometimes, interesting happenings happen over time. The sensation that once felt overwhelming becomes familiar. The racing heart becomes manageable. The tension passes faster. Eventually, the moment that once triggered panic becomes neutral. This is nervous system adaptation. And when your body adapts, boundaries stop feeling like confrontation. They simply feel like clarity. This is the deeper reason why this work matters. Because once the body trusts your no, you no longer need to force boundaries. They become natural. Your posture changes. Your tone steadies. Your presence shifts. People feel it. And when people feel it, they stop testing as much. Not because you argued better, because your energy became congruent. So let's take a moment to integrate everything we've just practiced. Because today was never about becoming fearless. It was about becoming regulated. Your body may still react when you say no. That doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It means your nervous system is learning something new. And learning takes repetition. In a Universal Year 1, identity is not formed through ideas. It's formed through experiences, through moments where your body learns, I can remain here. I can stay with myself. I can survive someone else's discomfort. These moments may seem small, but they are powerful because every time you stay present in your body after saying no, your nervous system updates its understanding of safety, and that update changes how you move through the world. Energy Body 3 grows stronger each time you hold your direction. Not aggressively, not defensively, just steadily. That steadiness becomes authority, and authority does not need to raise its voice. It simply remains. So this week, your practice is gentle. When your body reacts after a boundary, do not judge it. Do not rush to fix the sensation. Just breathe. Feel your feet. Lengthen your spine. Stay for a few seconds longer than you used to. That is how identity shifts. That is how self-trust forms. That is how the nervous system begins to recognize your authority as safe. Take one slow breath here. Again, in through the nose and slow and long out of the mouth. Feel your body. Notice the space you occupy. You are allowed to take up that space. Your no does not make you difficult. Your no does not make you unkind. Your no makes you clear. And clarity is the beginning of self-respect. If this resonates, if you're feeling that inner yeses in your soul, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss a video. This channel isn't just content. It's a frequency, a sacred remembering, where you're called out and called home all in the same breath. So if you're ready to rise, to heal, to reclaim your truth, one video at a time, like this video, Drop either a heart or fire emoji in the comments and let me know what landed for you. Let's co-create this new earth together, one soul activation at a time. Welcome to the remembrance. See you in the next video. Bye for now.